dragon. I've got to stop doing things like that. Every time I do it, I make myself cringe. Every time I see it, every time I edit it, it makes me cringe. But yet here I am still doing the same shit, different day. Hello everyone and welcome back to Don't Trust Hannah. Trusty pillow. We are here with another House of Dragon episode 2. So still not really tons and tons to work with mentally, but enough to be honest. That first episode, that was enough, right? I mean, we had quite a lot of trauma going on, especially with the mum giving birth to the baby, and then both the mum and the baby died. That was a lot. That was a lot. From what I've gathered of it, it's just as brutal as Game of Thrones. Will it shock me as much as certain things in Game of Thrones with twists and stuff? I don't know. I don't know. Because what I'm gathering from this at the minute, but does it need to as well? Do you know what I mean? It can be a simpler storyline. Like, that's okay. I'm okay with that. If it's done well, I'm okay with that. And from what I've seen, it looks like it's really good acting, very well shot, all of that jazz. From what I'm gathering, I imagine that there's going to be a lot of hoo-ha with the fact that, I can't remember her name, is it Rhaenyra? Rhaenyra? Gonna get it wrong. The young girl has been made heir to the throne. And there is obviously the auntie maybe or cousin or something that was entitled to that, but she didn't get on the throne because she was a woman. I imagine there's going to be hoo-has with that, and I imagine that they're going to probably fight to get the throne. But who knows, hey? If you would like to check out any of the full-length reactions to any of my reactions... No, hang on. If you would like to check out any of the full-length reactions to any of my reactions... Doesn't work. If you would like to check out any of the full-length reactions, head down to the description below where you can find the link to my Patreon. You get early access and full-length sync-up service. Why not? Should we do it? Episode 2. What you gonna do? Oh my god, it is the same. I just done it naturally, but it actually is. Da da da. It's exactly the same. Da 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 da. Oh my god. Oh my god. I thought it was going to be the same, but with singing on the top, because the last one ended with singing, didn't it? Oh, I like that they kept it the same though. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's very more like cavey, isn't it? I guess because it's more ancient. Yes. Love that it's the same theme tune. Oh, a crab. Oh, crabs. Oh, bad crabs. I mean, all crabs are bad, right? I mean, not all crabs. No offence to any crabs that are not bad. But these crabs seem very naughty. They're eating people alive here.
Kingsguard must soon be restored to its full complement of 7. With the help of the Hand, I've invited a number of fine candidates to court. All have passed fair trials.
Okay. What's really great here is she's the heir to the throne now, and she can hear, she's listening to everything.
Ships and men are at the ready. The stepstones will be settled in time.
You have Dragon Rider's father.
Oh my god, she's piped up. She's piped. They're not going to like it. They're not going to like that.
It isn't that simple, Rhaenyra.
It would be a show of force.
At least the princess has a plan.
Wow, okay.
I only meant that we should at least...
Perhaps there's some better use for the princess's town.
Oh my god.
Why don't you take the princess to see about the new Kingsguard posting, Lord Commander?
No, she said something, and now she can't be in on the frigging meetings listening and learning.
This knight will protect you as well. You should choose.
How about you listen? She might have had a good plan there. You never know. Oh, just at least take her seriously. You've named her heir to the throne. You silly sod. It's not her place, though, in their minds. They're like, this isn't...
A fine night, princess. Sir Desmond has proved strong and steady in both the tourney lists and without. While traveling through the King's Wood on his way to King's Landing, Sir Desmond recently brought a would-be poacher to justice.
Okay. What is this? She's not picking like a husband, is she?
You might thank him for his loyal service, Princess.
We thank you for your loyal service to the crown.
Interesting. This is the lady, and obviously that guy is her husband, right?
Sir Ryman Mallister,
Who went in all guns blazing.
son of Lord Lyman Mallister of Seaguard.
Lannister.
Winner of the melee at Cider Hall. He was the last mounted of 3 and 20 knights. Sir Ryman was knighted at 8 and 10.
Do any of these knights have combat experience beyond capturing poachers?
She shut that down a bit there, didn't she? I'd feel bad if I was one of them and didn't have the
Sir
requirements.
Kristen Cole,
Hang on a minute, you're the guy.
son of the steward of the Lord of Black.
Okay. Anyone else think he's got a bit of the look of Ash?
You saw combat in the Stormlands.
Oh my god, they're gonna be in love. They're gonna fall in love.
For a year as a foot soldier against the Dornish incursions. Sir Arlen Dondarrion knighted me after we raised 2 of the watchtowers along the Burnway.
Is that gonna be a love interest? Because I'm not being funny, but I think he has a look of Ashgarn.
I choose Sir Kristen Cole.
Let's not be too hasty, Princess. There's no doubt Sir Kristen is a fine warrior, but houses such as Crickle and Mallister are important allies of the crown.
Oh, look. He's the hand of the king, but he seems very much like the puppeteer.
Well, let us plan Sir Kristen's investiture then.
He's not going to like this. Because now suddenly she's got a voice and he don't like it. Because it's the opposite of what he would do.
Closest to the source of their magic and power. And this was the Anogrion, where the blood mages worked their craft.
It is truly wondrous what you've built.
Oh, no. I only pore over the histories and provide the plans. The stonemasons build the structure.
Wow. That is incredible.
That depends whether you speak of the freehold at its height or at its fall. Over 1,000 dragons, a navy large enough to span the seas of the world.
Oh!
7 hills.
Oh, you broke it. It's all right. It's all right. Bit of super glue will fix that. I just burped as I done that. That was disgusting.
Tell me, how is Rhaenyra?
Why are they acting weird?
Doesn't say more than a few words to me. I think she might find it difficult to discuss personal matters.
It will take time.
We can't forget.
It did when I lost my own mother.
Her mum has passed away.
I wish she would approach me.
He's going through her to connect with his
There
daughter.
are times when I would rather face the Black Dread himself than mine own daughter of 15.
I think she would open herself to you if invited.
Oh, that's a nice bit of advice. She obviously cares about her.
You do have such an easy way about you, Your Grace.
You do not mention our talks to Rhaenyra, do you? I fear that she wouldn't understand them.
No, Your Grace.
I don't know. So this is a thing now, our talks. We've been talking a lot. She's quite a young girl, very young girl. 15, I would say, because he just said his daughter is that age and they're best friends.
Already they tried to marry my father off and replace me as heir.
15. She's going to be quite impressionable. She might get a little crush there.
Cannot worry at the matters of lords and kings, Rhaenyra.
Do you reckon? Oh my God, imagine I'd made that up and I'm a terrible person. I don't want to think like that. She's her best friend. No, there's no way. But oh God.
Your father loves you. He chose you for his heir.
True.
He didn't choose me, he spurned Daemon.
We need to focus on the good here. You are the heir.
Kneel with me.
These two girls are total besties, but they're very different people, aren't they? Which is friggin' fabulous because you can both balance each other out.
I find this is a way to be with my mother. I feel close to her. I know it sounds foolish.
I don't think it's foolish.
Oh, this is lovely, girls. Girls, well done for talking.
Because I thought you might try. If not for me, then perhaps for them.
Well, I hope this works and gives us some comfort.
What do I say? Whatever you wish.
Well, I've got a bit of a potty mouth. I don't think you'd say that to me. But when you're talking to your mum, you wouldn't, would you? Did you say it out loud? No. Okay, so that's good. You can internalise everything, talk to her. I really hope this helps her. I really do. Look, she's in so much pain. Oh, it's making me a bit sad. Don't like seeing people cry. This relationship's really lovely.
I want him to see me as more than his little girl. Mine own father does not know the language of girls either. When I wish to talk with him, I know that I must make the effort. Thank you.
Oh, this is friggin' beautiful, this. It shows though, doesn't it? When you're going through something, friends are really, really important to have.
I'm glad we could meet. I know tempers ran hot today, but I wanted to assure you how much I value the bond between our houses. Rhaenys is my favorite cousin after all.
Okay, they're cousins.
I wish to apologize for the tenor at the small council today, Your Grace. It was not my intent to make offense.
That's very polite of you. This is all very lovely. Why is this all very lovely?
But you must understand, as king, it is my obligation to avoid war until such time it is unavoidable.
Might I speak plainly, Your Grace?
Oh, I don't know. When you seem like you've got a bit of fire in your belly, mate.
I fear that the eyes of our enemies are presently fixed on the Red Keep. The Queen has passed. A girl has been named heir to the Iron Throne, the first in its history. The king's brother, so disinherited, has claimed the Targaryen seat on Dragonstone without challenge.
Without challenge.
And now a foreign power has established a colony in our most critical shipping lane.
Yes, actually, he's trying to help
Paint
you.
such an aspirant portrait of my reign, Lord Corlys.
It is an honest one, cousin. At the moment, the crown is perceived as being vulnerable.
And a blind incursion in the Stepstones is the only way to demonstrate that we are not.
To elude a storm, you can either sail into it or around it.
Okay.
But you must never await its coming.
Oh.
Do you have a specific course of action to propose, my lord?
Join our families.
Oh.
Wed our daughter, Lena. Unite the two great surviving Valyrian houses, with the Targaryen dragons and the Valyrian fleet bound in blood.
Oh no, you look like
That
you're
the crown's strongest days are ahead.
you're just trying to get your way in here.
I must admit, I haven't given marriage much thought. It hasn't even been half a year since Emma passed.
You could not ask for a stronger match than Lena.
It looks though, doesn't it? It looks dodgy. It looks like you just want to get your way, you want to worm your way into the throne. And then what? That F's this all up, doesn't it? Because if he does marry and he has new heirs to the throne and he has a boy, she won't be the heir then, and then that's it. Your relationship is just on the rocks. I mean, it's looking dodgy now.
We should be free to speak our minds to one another.
Yes. Good.
You can say whatever you'd like. You are the king.
Come on, say whatever you like. He's got something on his mind.
I loved your mother very much.
Oh God, he's gonna open the conversation with this? No.
As did I.
No. When I said, let's speak our mind, maybe we should speak about how we've been grieving, how we've been dealing with things, not a new wife. He better not. He better not, because that is just...
Sir Harold provided a fine field of tawny knights.
Oh?
But in questioning them, I discovered that Sir Criston was the only man among them with true battle experience.
You will make a fine knight of the King's Guard.
Right, Dad, come on, pipe up.
Today at small council,
Paid no mind.
I thought I might have had some insight.
You're young. You will learn.
Oh. Dad, you're making it really hard to talk to you, actually. You're making this really tricky. What the hell is that? I thought that was rice and it's maggots. You're winding me up. Yeah, of course, I keep forgetting that he's not well, is he?
The maggots will remove the dead flesh
Get me right off here.
to the rot.
You are seriously joking.
I held an audience earlier today with Lord Corlys and Princess Rhaenys.
I'm sure Lord Corlys appreciated the spirit of it.
He proposed a marriage.
To whom? Your Grace?
The Lady Lena. To combine the strength of our houses and demonstrate my reign's strongest days are ahead.
Oh.
Such matters must be discussed with a small council.
That is what I'm doing.
He don't like the idea. Look, the hand don't like it.
What is your advice, dear Otto?
The Lady Lena...
This will be interesting what he says, because then it will confirm what I think.
But the wounds made by the Great Council still linger, my king. A match with their daughter would go a long way towards sealing the breach. And uniting the two great Valyrian houses would certainly signal unity throughout the realm.
Right, okay. I don't know how old this Lady Rhaenyra is.
I do fear what Rhaenyra might think.
What does it matter, Your Grace? Her mother has passed. Her father must propagate the royal line.
You lot are all a bit too brutal for me. No sympathy whatsoever. He really hates it.
Dearly loved my own lady wife. The pain of her passing still haunts
Going
me.
to use this against him. I have a feeling that this guy just wants to try and win. He's a bit of a little finger.
You are the king, but I do not envy you.
Okay. He's a seed planter, isn't he? He likes to plant the seed and watch them grow. Who's this? No. Don't tell me that's Lady Rhaenyra. Don't tell me that's Lady Rhaenyra.
What was it like flying the Black Dread?
She's a child. She's a baby. She's an actual baby.
With Balerion died the last memory of Valyria of old.
But Vhagar still lives.
She's got to be like 7.
Somewhere. But too large for the dragon pit.
Some would say too large for our world.
I swear to God, this ain't happening. No. Because he's dying, right? So we're in a bit of a rush here and we are not going to do this with the child. No.
Your Grace, it would be a great honour to join our houses as they were in Old Valyria. I would give you many children.
No. You say no thank you, little lady. No thank you, young girl.
Is that what your father told you to say? What did your mother tell you?
That I wouldn't have to bed you until I turned 14.
Whoa! Not happening. I don't give a shit how strong these houses are. I don't care how strong this whole scenario will make the houses. We're not doing it. She ain't even 14 yet. And even then they said you won't have to bed her until she's 14. It's too young.
It bothers you, does it not?
It's too young. Why'd you do that to your daughter?
My father is a king. It is his duty to take a new wife.
I did not ask for a lesson in politics. I asked whether this bothers you.
Rhaenyra is your daughter, princess. Does it bother you?
Does it bother you?
Of course it does.
Right.
But I understand the order of things. I'm not sure you do.
I'm not sure you do.
If you mean to elicit some anger from me, you should know that you're failing, princess.
Quite the opposite.
There's a big rivalry here.
Whether it's to my daughter or to someone else's, your father will remarry, sooner than late. His new wife will produce new heirs, and chances are better than not that one of those will be male. And when that boy comes of age and your father has passed, the men of the realm will expect him to be heir, not you. Because that is the order of things.
She's saying this all smugly because that's what happened to her.
When I'm queen, I will create a new order.
Oh, I wish that could be Rhaenyra. But the men of the realm already had their opportunity to appoint a ruling queen at the Great Council, and they denied it.
They denied you, Princess Rhaenys.
Ooh!
The queen who never was. But they bent the knee to me and called me heir to the throne.
Do you remind your father's men of that as you carry their cups?
Holy macaroni. Listen, she is talking facts here. It's the hard truth.
Men would sooner put the realm to the torch
Than have a woman.
than see a woman ascend the Iron Throne.
Facts as well, that's true, you know, in this. Oh. Do you know what? That conversation was really productive if we'd done it a bit nicer. We didn't need all the bitchy smugness about it. We needed support systems in place there because you both are it's like looking at yourself in a mirror younger, no?
The small council is urging me to remarry. Seems the realm wants for a new queen.
A good and kind queen will give comfort to your subjects.
These little meetings are not sitting well with me.
Does the small council have a particular lady in mind?
Lord Corlys Balerion has offered the hand of his daughter, the Lady Rhaenyra.
She has a crush on him.
I must admit, I don't know Rhaenyra very well.
I'm sure that she is good and kind.
She's a baby. Right, she's a baby, but you're also a baby and you've got a crush on your best friend's dad.
I brought you something.
I bet he never thought he'd be like, just having to pick between children, right? But he can't marry her because she's not Valyrian. Oh my God, imagine the fucking chaos that would happen. Maybe she'll be his mistress or something and it would be awful.
A very kind gesture, Alicent.
The best friend, no?
Very kind.
Okay, that's going to be your bestie.
Come.
The hand, Your Grace.
Which is her dad, Your Grace. Does he know about these meetings, I bet?
Grace, I've called a small council to an emergency session.
Why?
I think it best you hear it directly.
Very well.
This is really, really interesting because Dad obviously pushed for this at the beginning, but does he know that they've been having these meetings now? He must do. He pushed for her to go, didn't he, and have a chat? Oh my God, it's all a bit weird.
Daridaros daimon sikia sida seglivzeus.
Daemon.
Ooh.
It is the pleasure of Daemon Targaryen,
Forgot about him.
and rightful heir to the Iron Throne,
Heir.
to announce that he is to take a second wife in the tradition of old Valyria. Her Grace is with child, and is to have a dragon's egg placed in the babe's cradle.
Whoa.
The prince has invited you to his wedding, Your Grace.
Wow. 2 days he moves quick.
This is nothing less than sedition.
I strongly agree, sire.
My brother wishes to provoke me.
Are you going to go to the wedding?
What would you have me do? Send him to the wall. Perhaps I could put his head on a spike.
Scorio dromon Daemon
Which
leitas.
egg did Daemon take?
Dromone drozzo iles daridaros.
Dreamfire's princess.
Daridaro belo
The same
matsovile.
that you chose for Prince Balon's cradle. Oh. He's just really, really stirring everything up here, Daemon. I just don't get the best vibes from your hand. He seems very controlling. It's almost like he's the frigging king. This thing, it's hard because he could actually be a really lovely guy. And I'm just being a dick. And I've got it all twisted and I'm trusting the wrong people.
The most comely girl at court. Why do you destroy yourself?
Biting your fingers.
Will you see the king tonight?
If you wish it.
Oh my God, it's all been him. It's all been him.
Good day, Sir Kristen.
My lady. I've assembled 20 of your best household guards, my lord.
That has clicked a lot of puzzle pieces into place for me mentally. Because I was like, no, Hannah, don't jump to conclusions, Hannah. It might be fine, Hannah. But this geezer right here, I think, is our villain. I think he's the villain. I really do. I really, really do. He gives me Littlefinger vibes, but Littlefinger with a daughter. Just using her. This is, wow. Oh my days. Wow. She looks like she's in Star Wars. That costume.
Welcome to Dragonstone, Otto.
Your occupation of this island is at an end. You're to relinquish the dragon's egg, disband your army, banish your whore, and leave Dragonstone by order of His Grace King Viserys.
Where is the king? I don't see him.
His Grace would never lower himself to entertain such a mummer's farce.
Sir Crispin, wasn't it?
Sir Kristen Cole, my prince.
Ah, yes, apologies. I couldn't recall.
Perhaps my prince recalls when I knocked him off his horse.
Oh! Whoa, something happened internally to me there.
This is a truly pathetic show, Damon.
This is wild because he's not giving me the best vibes either.
Those traditions are for the true-born children of royalty, not for bastards fathered on a common whore.
Lady Mysaria is to be my wife.
This is an abomination.
She looks fucking confused. I don't think she should be confused. Really, she should know what's going on. He's obviously not filled her in.
Commander, they are loyal to me. You've come for the egg. Here it is.
Are you
there's...
mad? You'd never survived this.
Well, happily, neither would you.
To choose violence here is to declare war against your king.
Wonderful.
Even if it ends in the death of your unborn child and its mother.
Oh my... Right, that's it. He's done it. He's done it. He said I declare war. Oh my god. Dragons. He has a dragon that wears armor. That dragon has got accessories on. Is this going to be like a war of the dragons?
Sheathe the fucking steel.
I have no idea what he just said, but it sounded dirty. X-rated. Oh my god, what? Oh my days! Oh. What? No effing way she's done this. Hers is a tiny little baby one though compared. This is very interesting now. This is getting juicy, juicy, juicy. Her dragon's tiny though compared to his dragon.
What are you doing here, Princess?
Shut your mouth, mate.
Bloodshed.
Sir Kristen, please escort the princess to safety.
No, shut your mouth, mate. I just flew here on Dragon. How did you get here?
That's
my castle you're living in, uncle.
Indrari onorion daor, tubi maneri, Nike de Niklas. Treptan li daor.
Not one of my choosing. When you were born, I want the same for my child.
Seculant.
You're
Vasilari tubi.
one day. Wow, she had no idea. Oh, you silly sod, don't just... Oh.
Right here, Uncle. The object of your ire. The reason that you were disinherited. If you wish to be restored as heir, you'll need to kill me. So do it. And be done with all this bother.
She's ballsy, she's so ballsy, but they've already established that these two got on all right. He's not going to do it. He doesn't want to kill you. He doesn't want to kill you because you're his niece. Okay, he is not terrible, but he feels hard done by. Is that right? I think we've got people in this that we need to worry about more, and first one being the Hand of the King, who just gives me really bad vibes, and I really hope I'm wrong about him. Oh, does that make you shaking your boots, mate? Because she's got a bit more power than you thought. Also, brush your friggin' hair, you scruffy sod. I genuinely, right this second, don't really know where I stand. I think I stand, obviously, my standing thing would be with Rhaenyra. I keep worrying I'm getting her name wrong. She's fuming with him. She's actually fuming with him. Oh, he's just gone straight for a cuddle and she's not pushing him off.
You announced that we were to be wed?
On the morrow.
Child. Your child.
Well, perhaps when we are wed we can make that true.
I ensured long ago that I would never be threatened by childbirth. You swore to protect me, Demon.
Dragonstone is quite secure.
Until the king decides to reclaim his ancestral seat. His men might not put the prince's head on a spike, but what would they do with the commoner he claims he's taken to wife and made with child?
No.
That's the thing. You've put her at risk.
Most of my years have been spent living in terror.
You're safe with me, I swear it.
You don't even tell me what is going on. You ain't even proposed to me, mate. Do you know what I mean? Where's my ring?
I didn't come into your service wanting gold. The power. A station. I came to you to be liberated.
Liberated? From what?
Fear.
She's been living in fear her whole life, and all you've done is make her now fear something extra. She's gonna be like the most wanted person if this all happens, no? I get her. I totally understand her. She just wants a peaceful life. Do you know what I mean?
No, please, Lord Lionel. I have come looking for an unencumbered opinion.
That's all I would ever give, Your Grace.
Okay.
You sit upon the highest seat in the realm, Your Grace. Proud men don't like having to look up.
Wow! This guy, he should be writing books.
Lena Velaryon.
Lord Corlys is your master of ships, and she is the eldest daughter of the wealthiest house in the realm. She comes from unimpeachable Valyrian stock, and she has Targaryen blood. What's to mislike?
She is 12.
She's 12.
She will mature.
He's freaking out, I think, because how long do we have? We can't be waiting till the 18th birthday. They said 14, that's only 2 years. Oh.
What if I was to reject Lord Corlys' proposal?
He would not be like to take it well. I fear nothing short of a direct line to the Iron Throne would satisfy him. You should also consider that we find ourselves on the precipice of war in the Stepstones.
Do you know what? I like this guy. He's putting it blankly.
Who is he to act to me?
No one, Your Grace. But Driftmark makes for a better ally than it does an enemy. If you truly want my unencumbered opinion...
I do.
He does, that's why we're here.
You should wed Lena Velaryon, Your Grace. Sate Lord Corlys and fix him at your side, permanently as an ally.
It's all politics. She don't want to be with you either. But I really don't want you to be together. He's an old boy, do you know what I mean? She's 12. Look at her walk. That is like a boss bitch walk. Not so much there, though. You're in for a bollocking love.
You disobeyed me. You fled King's Landing without a word, and you acted without the Crown's leave.
But she did prevent bloodshed.
You are my only heir. You could have been killed.
Also, you are my daughter. I love you. It don't have to all be about your heir and all that. It doesn't have to be about that. Just talk to me like I'm your daughter. You just don't want me to die because I'm your daughter.
You went to Dragonstone.
And retrieve the egg without bloodshed.
True.
A feat I'm not sure Sir Otto could have accomplished alone.
I sometimes forget how alike you both were.
This is it. We talk about Mum now.
Your mother's absence is a wound that will never heal. Without her, the Red Keep has lost a warmth, and I dare say it will never recover.
It pleases me to hear you say this.
This is what she wanted, Dad.
To know that I'm not alone in my grief.
I wish I had known better what to say to you in the aftermath. I struggled to realize that my daughter had so quickly become a woman grown.
Oh, this is lovely. I'm glad that they're having this chat.
She understands what is now expected of me.
The king must take a new wife.
I could never replace your mother.
No, I know. I get it. And also, I just really don't like the fact this girl is 12.
But you are my only heir, and our line is vulnerable, too easily ended. And by marrying again, I may begin to ensure that we are better defended.
Against whom?
Whomever may dare to challenge us.
There's always someone that's going to challenge her.
I do not wish to make us estranged.
You are the king. And so your first duty is to the realm.
Wow. She's doing really well in this conversation.
Mother would have understood this, just as I do.
Oh, that is just lovely. Do you know what? She's a good girl. She's a good girl. I stand with her. We've got to protect her. And actually, I'm not being funny. I actually like the king. He don't want to do this. End of. He don't. The person I'm worried about is the hand, because now he's going to realise that he's going to go ahead with this really marriage. I've got to get that out of my head though, because this is obviously just how it works. You know, my morals shouldn't come into this right now. It's better that he does this than the hand guy getting even more power than he has now. Wouldn't it be nice to just go for someone your own friggin' age?
I have decided to take a new wife.
Look, he's got all excited. Oh, this is breaking her heart, really.
I intend to marry
my God.
The Lady Alicent Hightower.
What? No. 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 Are you f***ing around? No.
This is an absurdity.
I want you to marry the 12-year-old, but I do not want you to marry her. This f***s everything up.
And I am your king.
That is just ridiculous. So what, do you reckon he's had a little chat with him then, behind closed doors or something? Is that what we're thinking? He planned this in. Oh God, her friendship with oh God, the friendship's gone. The friendship's gone, and I loved that friendship. We better work on this. Go and have a chat, girls.
Rhaenyra.
Yeah, no, Dad, I spoke to you, Dad, okay? You didn't give me any inkling of you're gonna marry my bestest friend. You didn't give me that inkling, Dad. You didn't give me that inkling. You're giving me the inkling that you're marrying a 12-year-old, which I thoroughly disagree with as well, can I just say? But that's what I agreed to. Not me, her. She agreed to that. Not marrying her best friend.
But unlike the Targaryens, we were no dragon lords. For centuries, my house had to scratch out an existence from the sea with grit and luck. When I ascended the Driftwood throne, I knew what I wanted, so I went out and seized it. I've always thought of you and I as having been made from the same cloth.
Who are you talking to? Oh my days.
I wasn't aware you had a king for a brother.
The king made a bad decision there.
Did you call me to Driftmark to remind me of my low standing, Lord Corlys? Or was there some other reason?
What is his plan here? Is he going to try and get him to marry his daughter?
I've been petitioning the king to send my navy into the territory.
These crabs, mate.
It was never my brother's strongest trait.
What?
Being king.
The crab feeder is backed by powerful entities within the Free Cities. And the king's failures have allowed him to accumulate strength.
The crab king. Is that what they just called him, or have I just made that up?
My house will be crippled. I will not have Driftmark beggared while our king idles himself with feasts and balls and tourneys.
I will speak of my brother as I wish. You will not.
Ooh! Still protective of bro.
Is a chance for you to prove your worth to any who might yet doubt it. We are the realm's second sons, Daemon.
The realm's second sons.
It must be made.
This is, wow, very interesting. Because these two together feel very hard done by. This is going to be like our White Walkers, but they're like crab people. Isn't it? They're a danger. They're a danger, these lot, the crab people. Ooh, I'm really enjoying this. Do you know what is really, really clever? They haven't actually changed too much concept, I guess, of like, it's all about that throne. It's all about that throne. Always has been, always will be, okay? But they've created now this other dimension with I mean, ultimately as well, we have dragons, and that's not a shock factor of it. We have dragons. They're just roaming around. They do their thing. Okay, and they belong to one family, but it's the family that are in battles with each other. And what the king has done there by marrying Alicent, he is creating another clash with his daughter. So we have the clash with his daughter, the clash with his brother, the clash with, I can't remember his name, the guy who wants to, who was just talking to his brother. I'll get all the names eventually. We've got these three clashes, and the one who's really being the puppeteer of it all is the Hand of the King, and he's our baddie, I think. But it's going to be really annoying because actually, if the Hand of the King weren't in this situation, everyone would be getting on just fine and dandy right now, and we'd be doing the right things to prevent Crabman from coming to get us. But actually, Hand of the King don't give a shit about any of that stuff. He cares about becoming more powerful, and that means getting his daughter to marry the king. Oh God, that is really going to affect that beautiful relationship between them two girls, which I really was liking. It's good though, guys. I'm enjoying it. Feels good. If you would like to check out any of the full length reactions, head down to the description below where you can find the link to my Patreon. And I will see you on the next one. Mwah!